Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk about the only news that matters, and that's good news. Kicking things off, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classifieds team have been in the kitchen and oh baby, they've been cooking. They've been cooking so much, I got to read directly from the menu. Okay, so we had our Hasbro Pulse G.I. Joe live stream, and going up for pre-order right now, we got ourselves the Dreadnought Torch, who I think might be the highlight of what we saw in this stream. This dude, the flamethrower, barbecue chef's kiss right there. Then they've got Night Creeper, purple, ninja, badass looking. We got Jinx, another ninja who, honestly, the whole blind ninja trope, it's always going to be cool. I'm down to clown with that. Then we got Doc with a whole ton of accessories. Then again, they pretty much all come with a whole ton of accessories because G.I. Joe fans, they eatin' well. And then, speaking of accessories, we got Rawhide with pork belly and Yobo. These are just the ones that are like almost good to go. They're up ready on Big Bad Toy Store for pre-order, but we got a whole bunch of renders and reveals and little sort of sneaky peeks as well. Again, did I say that they're cooking? Because the G.I. Joe team, boy howdy, these guys are cooking. There's also a Target exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Roadblock, Tripwire and McCloud action figure set. That's going to be $54, and yeah, I said already, Target exclusive. Then we got the big chunky set of the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Techno Viper and HMS heat-seeking missile system, which should be going up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse as an exclusive. Still not cool with exclusives, but there we go. Saw Viper and Dial Tone are two characters who were name-checked on the live stream, but weren't actually shown any reveals or renders or anything. But you know that they're going to be coming up pretty soon. Well, I say soon, at some point this year. And then we got a whole bunch of digital renders as well for some retro card back figures. We have got Beachhead, so another Beachhead, but he looks good. I like the look of that guy. Then retro card back Cobra Eel, retro card back Snow Serpent, and Cobra Ferret, I like the name, ATV vehicle with a female scout driver. Whew! Again, G.I. Joe Classified fans, I said you were eating well, but you might not be eating well because you're probably going to have to divert a lot of your funds to upcoming action figures. But honestly, when you look around, you got to think, who really needs food? And to wrap things up, apparently there will be a Frag Viper coming out as well. Oh my goodness, when do the Hasbro Classifieds team sleep? They're too busy putting together amazing action figures. Then again, if anyone knows about putting content over sleep, I can relate. I can really relate to that. It's just an addiction, man. Just can't help putting out fire. One thing the Hasbro team didn't reveal was their bare chests. You know why? Because they were wearing t-shirts. Can you see where I'm going with this? And if you want to wear some cool t-shirts, then you can do just like this one by going to Into the AM. The link to the website is in my description below. They are the sponsors of this video and they are responsible for covering up my bare naked torso. God bless you guys. But you don't just cover it up, you do it in style. These t-shirts, not only are the graphic designs really, really cool, but they're so comfortable because I have very sensitive skin and these are 100% cotton ones and I dig them. I dig them the most. And if you click my link, then you get 10% off on your order. And also it super helps out the channel as well because then they see that Model Behaviour viewers buy their products and they're like, you know what? We might have to keep on sponsoring this guy. I really don't want to just have a 1 month of sponsorship and then have them go, yeah, Dave, it's not working out. It seems like all the people who watch your channel just want to spend their money on toys. And I'll be like, dang it, I don't blame you, because I'm the same. But look, you need to wear clothes, okay? So if you're going to, you might as well go to Into the AM, get 10%, get 10% off by telling them Model Behaviour sent you. Boy, this is going to be one of those episodes, isn't it? Sentinel's Fighting Armor series is a really fun ongoing line of all Marvel characters in Iron Man style armor. And this Cyclops, yeah, he's going to join the ranks and probably, possibly, maybe, depending on your opinion, it's going to be the highlight. I was so taken by the Magneto that they recently showed off because it looked just like his final Battle with Apocalypse form in Age of Apocalypse. But this Cyclops, yeah, it's the popping bright blue and gold that just works so well. I dig it. Going to be about $100. These are expensive, but then again, like it's metal. These are hefty, chunky pieces of kit right here. He's going to be coming out around about summertime as well. I haven't bought any of these figures because like this is a big line to get into, and I know that just like anything, you're never going to get just one. So instead I'm going to enjoy it and appreciate it from afar because baby, there's a lot to appreciate. Pre-orders are now open for Loose Collectors, Cabot Stone, and Blood Wolf. This amazing Image Comics mashup that they're doing with Rob Liefeld, and I can literally feel the 90s excitement kind of just pouring out my pores. Ooh, that sounds gross. But these guys, oh, oh my goodness. 64 bucks, okay? And I know some of you might hear that and go like, wait a minute, Dave. These are admittedly gorgeous looking 1/12 scale action figures, but $64? Yeah, okay, but you know what? That's because Loose Collector, this is a small bespoke company. All right, these aren't being made in huge, big mass numbers. These aren't going to be clogging up pegs on shelves for years to come and then being released in bargain bins. Nah, this is like you gotta jump on it. Because if you're feeling froggy, you gotta jump, baby. Because they ain't gonna be around for long, and that's what I kind of like. I've always said many times, I'd rather pay more money for something that's like real nice than like less for something that's just like a head swap on a blank body, and it's like, ah man, I don't know about this. I do know about these though. They look awful pretty. So I want to go and dig out some old Image Comics back issues now and start just reliving my childhood. Man, if I could have told 14-year-old Dave that one day he'd be hosting a YouTube channel, I'd be like, what's YouTube? And also, dude, what happened? Are you the ghost of Christmas future? Go back to the gym. All right. And I'd say, young Dave, get off my back, okay? The last 5 years, it's been a lot, all right? It's been a lot. Anyway, these figures look great. I'm really excited. Hired Toys have revealed their re-evolved Godzilla figure from the Godzilla Kong movie that's coming up. This movie looks like a load of big dumb fun, and honestly, I could maybe get on board with this. I don't know, I might treat myself to just some goofy action when it comes out over here. This figure's going to be about $50 and coming out around about March of this year. So, well, in about a month's time, hopefully. And I've never been a fan of the legendary bottom-heavy, chonky Godzilla, but Hired Toys, they do make some nice figures, exquisite even sometimes. And this looks like more of the same. McFarlane are branching out into sports mascots. I don't do sports, but I mean, they look like fun. If you're a sports person who enjoys a sport, then sport away with these. They're ice hockey? Maybe? I know Todd does love his ice hockey. NECA have revealed Donatello's Lab. This is a new diorama for their animated Ninja Turtles line. And honestly, it looks fun. The NECA dioramas are, they're very, very expensive. But it's great to be able to actually put your figures in something that kind of brings them to life. So for that, I really, really dig. My dream scenario would be having a gigantic warehouse where I could have all these different dioramas for all of my collection. And honestly, NECA, they do make some nice pieces. Hasbro are giving Transformers Legacy collectors a 5-pack of 5 of the classic Autobot cars from G1. And genuinely, the 80s kid in me, I really, really dig this. Jazz is leading the way, but then you got all the other ones whose names can't come to my mind right now. But if you're a Transformers fan, then you know. That's what always happens when I cover Transformers. I'm like, hey, here are some pictures. Fill in the blanks. That's model behavior. It's terrible. I'm doing my best. 52 Toys have revealed a new line of Final Fight figures that they're going to be doing. These are fun. Only 1/18 scale, so a little bit smaller than my perfect size. The Lord scale, 1/12 scale. You know, the best scale. But again, for action figure fans and people who enjoyed playing the old 2D side-scrolling 90s beat-em-ups, yeah, there's a certain little nostalgia bone that's being tweaked here, and I totally dig that. We need more Mike Hager mustachioed representation in action figure form, so this is kind of fun to see. But come on, guys, you gotta do some 1/12 ones to go alongside the Street Fighter figures. Then throw in some Streets of Rage, then we're gonna be cooking. But there's a lot of cooking on this episode. I think I must be hungry. Mental note, don't film these before breakfast. From the anime series Undead Unluck, we have Andy from SH Figure Arts. Y'all know me. I'm not an anime kind of person. I'm definitely in the wrong country, considering that I'm really not into anime in the slightest. I appreciate it. I just don't have the attention span for it. However, if you do, then this guy, he looks like a lot of fun. And to go alongside him, they are also doing Fuko Izumo, and she's going to be up for pre-order along with Andy as well next month, and then they're going to be coming out around about August this year. So yeah, anime fans, you're going to be dining well. There you go, mixing things up a little bit. And also we're getting Monkey D. Luffy Romance Dawn Edition. I mean, we've had loads of Luffy figures, but I guess this is a different type, different accessories, maybe from a different story arc. I gotta say, Monkey Luffy, is that his name, Monkey Luffy? He always looks super bright, animated, popping. Even though I'm not big into One Piece or anything, I appreciate an action figure that just pops off the shelf. And this one, that definitely happens with this. This is kind of fun to see. And they clearly want to keep characters and pairs together because we're also getting Nami from Romance Dawn as well. And yeah, there you go. I can't add anything more. She's going to be coming out around about August as well. So here's the pretty pictures. Ain't they pretty? All right, next segment. For the man who has everything, how about a 1 meter tall Godzilla figure? This is kind of ridiculous, but also a lot of fun. From Kyoto. Don't worry, don't start clicking the pre-order link unless you're Daddy Warbucks or Mr. Scrooge, because I'm going to tell you, works out to about 5,000 bucks. I say bucks, I think it's like dollars, but nonetheless, I'm showing you this as more of a curiosity. If you can randomly afford to splash down $5,000, then God bless you, man. Go get that Godzilla, because you know what? You're never gonna get a 1/12 scale Godzilla. That's just not practical, okay? But this is the closest you're gonna get. And it does look amazing, but it should do for that kind of price. But hey, look, sometimes I just like to feature things because they're cool, ridiculous, crazy, and this is all of the above. For a Godzilla fan, I totally dig it. Not 5,000 bucks worth, but I do dig it. Unique Toys have shown unpainted versions of their upcoming Skids and Mudflap figures from the second Transformers movie. You know, the racist Transformers that Michael Bay looked at and was like, yeah, this is good. Let's put this on screen. While we're at it, let's make Optimus Prime a war criminal. Yeah, you know Optimus Prime, whose catchphrase is "freedom is the right of all sentient beings"? Let's make him enslave free Transformers and force them to fight and kill for him in his war against Megatron. That's... Michael Bay just didn't get Transformers.
You defend my family. Or die.
Or just like human beings, because how could you write these two characters, Skids and Mudflap, and be like, yeah, put that on screen. That's a good thing right there. Yeah. Jeez. Following up on all the Super 7 reveals that came out the other day, I missed a couple because I went to the press too soon. First of all, we got Wednesday Addams, which, I mean, hey, that's capitalizing. Wednesday, the Netflix show, that was a big hit. And then, this is kind of fun. We're getting the Batman and Joker from the animated series. And of course, we've just got the single pictures to go on, but dang. These two characters with the Mezco style cloth goods, yeah, that's really gonna work, especially because sometimes with the more human representations, I feel like, it looks like they're wearing pajamas, but these are animated looking characters. So with the Mezco cloth goods, that could be a match made in heaven right there. I'm pretty excited to see what these look like. And maybe that could be the start of a whole Mezco animated Batman series wave. And that gets the little thoughts are happening, and we could be up for some good stuff coming up. Or even if it's just these two, it's still going to be great. Sparrow Toys showed off some more of their Warriors of the Kingdom figures at ZoloCon recently. I have no idea what ZoloCon is or where in the world it takes place, but I do know that I love the look of these figures. These have been kind of the darlings of the YouTube action figure set over the last year, and rightly so. I can see why, because they are just 90s cartoon looking action figures brought to life with 2024 sculpting and details. Of course, these weren't 90s cartoon characters, but they look like they were. That's the thing. It's like almost like retconning your own childhood, because this looks like Saturday mornings come to life, and I totally dig that. McFarlane also, again, going to press too early. They had also announced that they're partnering up with Amazon to do some collectibles to go with the Fallout TV show that's coming up soon. Now, I don't know if these are going to be action figures or statues, because you know Todd loves his statues. We just have this initial picture right here. But honestly, if they did Brotherhood of Steel, actual articulated action figures, yeah, that would be pretty wicked. McFarlane Toys have shown off the full reveal pictures for their upcoming 3 Batman characters, and each one of them has certain little things that I kind of dig. But mostly the lead one for me has got to be the Asbat suit. So it's just a reworking of the one that came out originally with the blue and the grey, but this is Azrael, that's it, Azrael, not Azazel. This is him in his full-on, I'm taking over. this Batman gig, and I'm doing it in my style and my fashion kind of look, and I really like it. I think with the crimson and the yellowy gold and grey, I think that actually looks much better than the original one that was just this baby powder blue, which I just felt like it's a bit underwhelming. This looks meaner and sinister. I dig that. Then we got the Nightfall Batman, but in black and grey. So they've done the blue one, but now this one, it just looks meaner. And I really like that too. And you know that I rag on McFarlane all the time, but when I like something, I'll say that I like it. And then we got this first appearance Batman, which I like nothing about. Genuinely. I mean, okay, yeah, it's the first appearance Batman. He had weird purple gloves for some reason. Okay. I mean, hey, look, if you're doing a Batman timeline, then you're going to need this figure. But besides that, I'm like, nah, I'm out. But nonetheless, McFarlane have done some good stuff here. And Azrael, I really dig that one. SH Figure Arts are doing Spider-Punk from Across the Spider-Verse, and this looks like SH Figure Arts at their best. Sometimes the company can be a little bit hit and miss, but this, look at the details, man. Look at everything they've put in here. I'm sure that the animators or the sculptors saw the design and was like, oh, we can do some good stuff, and it looks like they have. This is going to be about 9,000 yen, so probably about $80, give or take, but the amount of detail we get and the bright popping colors, oh, it's going to be coming out around about summertime this year, and it's going to be a good way to celebrate the bright, hot, sunny weather coming in with a banging looking action figure. This really, I don't need it. I don't need it, but I do like it. SH Figure Arts are also doing Ahsoka Tano from the TV series, and it looks like a great looking representation of Rosario Dawson. I think she was brilliantly cast in that role, although I think it's a shame having watched it. I did actually watch it. I wish they'd just given her more of a chance to have her personality out there. She was so stoic and arms folded, looking kind of stoic, I guess. I need to get a thesaurus, but you know what I'm saying. They could have had more fun with her. And it looks like Figure Arts had fun with her. They've made a cool looking action figure here. I like her snarling expression. There you go, some more character in the character. That's kind of cool. So yeah, they've done a good job with this one. And Hot Toys are also doing Ahsoka, but with a much bigger scale. Their Mandalorian Commando figure. Did I say Commando? I meant Super Commando. I love Mandalorian redesigns. It's always so cool. When the Boba Fett armor was first introduced in Return of the Jedi, no, it wasn't Return of the Jedi, and I was about to correct myself and say The Empire Strikes Back. No, it wasn't The Empire Strikes Back. It was the holiday special. There we go. When it was first introduced, it just instantly became iconic looking. And then every time that it's like redesigned and reinterpreted and had different things done to it, I always just think it's cool and fun. And this itself right here looks cool and fun. Going to be coming out in about a year's time. Going to be retailing for about $300, give or take. But dang it, it does look really pretty. Not SH Figure Arts, Hot Toys. Guys, you've done it again. Statues now. You know I occasionally dabble in statues, and Gecko, this company that makes statues, appropriately enough, this is worth having a little dabble. Gray Fox, the Cyber Ninja from Metal Gear Solid, 1/6 scale in his final battle, slightly disarmed look. This thing, it looks visceral and gory, but so cool. It should be for $350, but I mean, just look at it, man. The thing is, when I look at this, my brain goes, yeah, but I want the good-looking ninja. I want him with both arms and the mask down, looking like a badass. But I mean, just this final battle look, I love it when someone takes something that looked kind of basic from your childhood and then like puts it in high res. Basically, that's what they've done. When you're playing Metal Gear on the blocky PlayStation graphics in the late 90s, Doesn't look that gross when he gets his arm ripped off. He's okay. This, I'm like, oh, geez. You might want to take some orange slices and walk that one off, pal, because you got a bit of a boo-boo there. But just looking at the detail, whoa, beautiful. It really makes me want a badass Metal Gear Solid remake. Maybe we'll get that one day. But in the meantime, you can get this badass looking statue. James Gunn has shown off a sneak peek at Superman's logo, if not just the logo, for Superman Legacy. Did I say Superman Legacy? Because I meant Superman. Yep, the name has been changed, but hey, hopefully it's still going to be the same great product that we're all expecting it's going to be and we're all looking forward to. Yes, I'm keeping my expectations high, because what the heck, I'm ready to get hurt again. But James Gunn, he's got a decent track record. Okay, so DC, of all the people to put in charge, he's not a bad one to go for. Let's see what they do. They're in the kitchen. This is a whole episode about people cooking, and James Gunn is cooking. Let's see how it tastes. IDW Comics are getting ready to relaunch their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, first of all with Alpha, issue 1, where it's going to explore the world without the Ninja Turtles, kind of showing what the aftermath of the season finale, series finale, you know, the end of the last series, basically. They're going to show what the world is like without the Turtles, and then we're going to bring them back. So this is the absolute perfect jumping on point for anyone, including quite possibly myself. I think I might get on the ground floor with this one. And then they're also doing Ninja Turtles black and white and green, which is kind of like the Marvel black and white and red they did with, I think, they did a Carnage series, a Wolverine series. So we're doing Ninja Turtles with a whole bunch of green thrown into the black and white, and that's kind of fun. Ninja Turtles in black and white, that's just the old school Eastman and Laird grittiness right there. Did I pronounce it right? Laird? I always assumed it was Laird. There you go. Who knows? But nonetheless, IDW, they are really just doing a great service to Ninja Turtles fans, I think, keeping them in the public eye and modernizing them, but keeping what works and is so classic about them. I really like what they're doing, so yeah, this might be the summer of Turtles, at least as far as the comics are concerned. Batman Azteca is going to be the first release from DC's Elseworlds animated series, and they've given us this look at Batman, the Aztec Batman, in this really wicked looking costume. I'm down. I'm down for Aztec Batman, because DC, they've always known how to bring it with their animated projects, and this will hopefully be no exception. Yeah, there's a couple of times they have a little swing and a miss, but on the whole, it's just gold what they produce. So this is going to have my attention. I'm going to follow this project, and hopefully when it comes out, you know what, maybe we have like a little watch-along party or something. There might be a way of doing that. I don't know. Model behavior watch-along sounds like good fun. I'm going to look into that. In the meantime, though, this little preview picture, it looks cool. McDonald's have teamed up with anime creators to bring to life WookDonald's. This is something I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're looking at here. I think WookDonald's is an anime version of McDonald's that is like a copyright-free thing that they use in anime stuff. So it's like people will go to not McDonald's, WookDonald's, but McDonald's are like, hey, kids like anime, grown-ups like anime. Let's actually get some integration going here. So I think they're going to be doing some special menu items that are anime styled and inspired with anime artwork and just incorporating the two worlds. And honestly, I kind of love this. This is kind of bonkers, and I want to learn more. Starship Troopers style. Would you like to know more? Oh, that's my phone telling me I need to go to work. Yeah, like work, as opposed to YouTube work. You probably didn't hear that ring. It just rang. So yeah, it's going to be a good time, hopefully. Anime McDonald's, bring it on. Some first look images have been revealed of Bill Skarsgård as the Crow. We're finally getting a Crow reboot. I say finally, it's not like I've been desperate for a Crow reboot. The original was fantastic, but very much of its time. And this new one seems to be very much of this time. A lot of people have said, oh my God, what have they done? They've turned Crow into the Jared Leto Joker. And I see that, I get that, I see what you're saying. But in the defense of that, in the 90s, the Crow looked like a 90s rock star. And in the 2024 Crow, he's going to look like a 2024 musician. And that means all the Mickey Mouse tattoos all over him. And honestly, I'm going to reserve judgment. I want to see where they go. Because let's face it, you know, if you want crappy Crow sequels, there's a few out there. So I don't think this is like tarnishing the legacy of the Crow. The original is untouchable. This is a new interpretation. And honestly, I'm going to be here for it. Bill Skarsgård, he's got himself a good track record. Jared Leto had a pretty good track record as well. So that and $3 will get you a coffee at Starbucks. Nonetheless, though, I'm interested to see this. A trailer has just dropped for TMNT Wrath of the Mutants. This new game coming up looks like classic 4-player side-scrolling beat-em-up action. A new trailer has just dropped for TMNT Wrath of the Mutants, a new side-scrolling multiplayer action beat-em-up game. It looks fun. It looks cool. I'm always down for a Turtles beat-em-up game. Kind of funny though that it's taking the designs and style of like a couple of generations ago Turtles. But hey, I love the fact that you can have all these different versions and styles and iterations of the Turtles. But it's just kind of funny that this is one that's sort of not out of date, but a previous iteration. That notwithstanding, it looks super pretty. It will probably be a lot of fun. I'm going to keep an eye on this because if the reviews are good, yeah, I think I might have to dive in because it'll always take me back. Ninja Turtles in the arcade, early 90s, Shell Shock. Man, that was good. I spent so many quarters in that arcade. And yes, I say quarters because we went to Florida in 1990 and my sister and I were obsessed with playing that game. Good times. Oh my goodness, I love like Elseworld customs. When a customizer takes a concept and says, what if we apply this thing to that thing? And here we have Shin Gamera. So of course you had Shin Godzilla, which came out in 2015, which was this hideous monstrosity monsterized version of Godzilla. But you know what? Interesting fact, Gamera and Godzilla, both owned by different companies, never crossed over. But what if they did? What if we got Shin Gamera and nightmare fuel. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. If this was an actual action figure, that would be quite something. But it's a homemade statue piece. I don't know who made it. There's no credit on there. It's just these pictures are floating around, but I'll hopefully find out at some point because man, I want to give credit where it's due. This thing looks wicked. Mr. Mars Studios is a creator who I've seen in Comic-Con many, many times. They do the rounds very often, making these bespoke pieces of action figures popping out of spray cans, and they always look super cool. So I wanted to showcase this Ninja Turtles one that they did because dang it, I just love the creativity here. I love a way of taking an action figure and then repurposing it and representing it in a cool new light. This is awesome. And in Cosplay Corner, we're going to take a look at Crystal Cosplay over here, taking a big focus on fighting games. And oh my goodness, some of these characters, they've never looked better. Don't believe me? Just take a little look at the pictures, and while you do, let me tell you about Into the AM, who are sponsoring this show, providing you with the best t-shirts on the interwebs right now. If you click the link in the description below, you can get 10% off on your order, and they're doing bundle deals. You can get 3 shirts for $60 plus the 10% off. They're practically giving them away, and when they got designs as cool as this, it's great because people see you wearing them, and they're like, oh, this dude's, he's cool, he's artistic, he's got great taste and style. No, I haven't. No, I don't. I just know where to buy cool t-shirts. That's the name of the game right there, you see. You don't have to be like a cool badass. You can just wear cool badass t-shirts and then people just fill in the blanks. And who am I to tell them otherwise? So gang, if you want to make the world think you're as cool as I am, Lord help you. Then you can check out Into the AM in the description below. And once you've done that, go over to Instagram and follow Crystal's cosplay over here because dang it, both these folks, they're bringing the thunder. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think about the stories covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, then you can do by either getting a channel membership or joining the Patreon. You get some exclusive content on there, and you get to go to sleep at night happy and content knowing that you're helping Dave bring model behavior to the world. Because honestly, what greater reward is that? Reward is that. See, I'm not even going to retake that. No, we're going to finish on a flood because that's what I do. I keep it real. Keep it real to the streets. No edits here, baby. So until next time, keep displaying model behavior.